So here we go. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Depends what time zone you're in, I would guess. So it's been quite a hot day here again. I keep wishing the weather would cool down a bit, but I guess that's how it goes. So Count Beauty, great to see you. Been a while since we've had you. Wonderful to have you. So let's see. Good evening, Vitali. Good evening, Pepax. Good evening, Renyard. Good evening, Valentine. Good evening, who else? Singh and Andrew and Manji, Oksana and Ronan. And Polly. Good evening, Polyglot. Great to have you. Okay, so next class on Tuesday at 9 AM UK time. So we're going to start with this. Add a and the or zero article where suitable. Hi Manji. Hi Jack as well. Great to have you. And Shivani. Great to have you as well. And Nation and Leffy. Wonderful. I got it right today, Leffy. Yeah, all the familiar faces is what I like is the same people. And Anu, great to have you. And Singh, so yay, articles. So, well, articles are not necessarily the easiest thing. And Maha, great to have you as well. Okay, yeah. Imposter Pepax, yeah, well, this is user, not Pepax, yeah. And Surya, great to have you as well. Lovely to see you. Okay, so yeah. It's lovely to have you from India, Giovanni. So, recent study by Japanese researchers suggests dogs can cry tears of joy when their owners come home after day at work. So, Count says a day. And Falern, great to have you. Imposter user, that's it. The recent and a day by Valentine. And Patricia, lovely to see you. Yeah. Yeah, Pepax has been getting into German. So, recent studies by Japanese researchers suggest dogs can cry tears of joy when their owners come home after day at work. Okay, Polyglot. That's interesting. That is better. Polyglot says a recent study after a day. Vina, great to have you. Hey, Ronan, lovely to see you as well. So, recent study by Japanese researchers suggests dogs can cry tears of joy when their owners come home after day at work. No, this time you've got to find the answer for learn. This is an order of magnitude harder than the other one. So, Oksana says the recent study by Japanese researchers and after a day. Good. So, yeah, that's why I do these. These are real articles. So, an and the, says Jack. Renyard goes the and a day. A recent study for Manji. A day. Articles, Jack, yeah. Hi Funda, great to have you. So, I wish I could read Arabic and then I could say your name. Vitali says the recent. The zero Japanese article, sorry, the zero article Japanese, and a day. Okay, a recent study, says Funda. Without further ado, Manu, great to have you. No, there are no blanks. There are no blanks in this. You need to work out where to put it. This is more like real life. A day, says Funda again. And great to have you, Sibel. Okay, a recent study, a day for Patricia. So, I read this article last week, Manu, because have read is up to now. The Federal. Thank you very much, Polly. The Federal. So I just call him Federal. Okay, Federal, what you need to do is to find where to put the article. That's the idea for Learn. A recent study by Japanese workers that dogs can cry tears when their owners come home after a day at work. A day at work. This is good, Ronan. So, I would say a recent study. I'm not very happy with the, because this is the beginning of the article. This is an introduction. And I think one of many recent studies. A recent, a day. Not the tears of joy, Pepax. Yeah, I quite agree with you. A recent would sound better. So a recent study by Zero article, Japanese researchers, suggests that dogs, Zero article, can cry, Zero article, tears of joy when their owners come home after a day at work. A day at work. Yes. AA. That's it, Ghosty. Great to have you. So, I have read this. In this, it's something past relevant to the present, but he can't put today. Let's see. I have read. What did Manu say exactly? I have read this article last week. Okay, last week implies finished time, Surya. Last week is finished time, and you can't use a present perfect like that with finished time. I read it last week. Yeah, Zero article is a default one. Yes, you've got it. Yeah. There are no options. You have to work it out yourself, Leffy, and that's what makes this more difficult. So here comes the next little bit. Tears are thought to deepen bond between dogs and their owners. But how deep can that bond become? Great to have you, Rohi. Okay, so this is interesting. Leffy's put bonds, which is a way to get around one of the problems. Valentine puts a bond. Count Beauty puts the bond. Pepax goes for the bond. Jack says by the Japanese, but notice it's got the word researchers and therefore no the. A bond for Vitali, the bond between the dogs. This is a tough session. Yeah, this is a tough article. Is that an article? No, it's a relative pronoun or a linker. A bond says sing. Maybe you were too lazy to think of the options. Maybe, but this is much harder. The bond says Jack. The bond says Patricia and Polly. For Learn, tears are thought to deepen bonds, the bond, between dogs and their owners. A bond says Ronan. The bond says Surya. The bond for nation. The tears, a bond, the dogs. Yeah, Renya, the bond for Irina, great to have you. So, tears, Zero, says Renya, the bond. Zero dogs, zero owners, the bond. But notice it's that bond, so you don't need the. Manuel, the tears, these tears, are thought to deepen bond between dogs. The Svetlana, great to have you. A bond. For Anu. John, the bond. How deepen can these bonds become? How deep? Live. You concede to a Bond, James Bond. That Bond be. Okay. Tears. I think tears best 0 article. Although you could put the tears because it was mentioned before in the beginning. Hide a jet. It's the Bond. Tears are thought to deepen. Okay. The Bond. I guess you could put a Bond as well. Talking about a general bond, whereas the Bond, the specific one, and the specific one is better. Between dogs, 0. You could put the dogs, because dogs were mentioned before, and their owners. Their, no article. But how deep can that bond become? Deepen the bond. I love it, Patricia. Well done. So, let's put the next one up. Okay, A. This is so. It's okay. Watch the recording, Ronan. Great to have you even for a few minutes. Okay, PC Dave Wardell has unbreakable bond with ex-police dog Finn. German Shepherd. These tears are thought to deepen the bond. But how deep can that bond be? The A. Leffy goes An unbreakable for Valentine. An unbreakable for Count and an X. So, do you deserve James Bond? It depends if you like him or not, Patricia. The German Shepherd from Sing. So, for Learn, Dave Wardell has an unbreakable bond with an ex-police dog Finn, a German Shepherd. That sounds very good to me, for Learn. An unbreakable bond for Jack. A breakable, a German Shepherd, an unbreakable. The ex-police dog, a German Shepherd. An unbreakable for Sing. Okay, an unbreakable for Renyard, an ex-police dog. And Jealous, great to have you. Deepen is a verb, yeah, and therefore doesn't work. Vitali, an unbreakable bond, an ex-police dog, a German Shepherd. Good, well done, Vitali. The German Shepherd. For Leffy. And an unbreakable bond with the ex-police dog, a German Shepherd. Pavla. The Alsatian. So which Alsatian, Leffy? This one, that one, or that one? Which German Shepherd? And James the Bond. Renyard, a German Shepherd. An unbreakable. For ex-police dog, 0 article, says Svetlana. You love him, then you definitely deserve him, Patricia. Okay. The PC Dave Wardell has unbreakable bond with ex-police dog Finn. The ex-police dog Finn. An unbreakable bond. Okay, my turn. So, PC Dave Wardell. No article. No article. 0. We normally say or 0. We normally police constable, PC, nothing more. Dave Wardell has an unbreakable bond. Yeah, one type of bond with an ex-police dog. Although 0 is also possible. I guess you could also put the, but an ex-police dog, because there are various ex-police dogs, but the maybe because it's Finn. And then a German Shepherd, one of the possible German Shepherds. An ex-police dog, absolutely, Patricia. It's Rex, not Finn. Yes, you're right, thank you. Thank you, Pepax, I got that wrong, didn't I? Yes, exactly, you're drunk. The ex-police dog implies that it is the only ex-police dog in existence. And I think that's true, and that's why Anne is much better. You can ask. I might not have time to answer though, Michael. Yes, you'll definitely be an adequate Bond girl. So, in 2016, at age of 7, Finn was almost stabbed to death while protecting PC Wardell, his handler, from armed suspect in Stevenage, Hertfordshire. No, it's not. The dog is called Finn, not Rex, and very often Rex is a dog's name. So let's see. Okay, so Valentine, the age, unarmed. At the age, says Vitali, an armed suspect. Okay, hi Natalia. Because the person who wrote this article was not a very good writer. They should have been. So, Irina, the PC. We don't put the before PC, and not the Hertfordshire. So, Vina, at the age of. Only one Finn. But are you sure there's only one ex-police dog called Finn? There might be several. And I would say an ex-police dog, Finn. Yeah? Okay. Unarmed for Singh. Okay, where am I? Okay, and unarmed suspect for Renyard. At the age of 7 for Anu, the age of 7 for Patricia, the age of for John, unarmed suspect for Vina. The PC Wardell, no the PC, protecting PC Wardell. So, Suya, at the age, Manji, unarmed suspect. At the age, says Polyglot, unarmed suspect, good. At the age of 7, good. That was the age, a suspect. Good, well done, Pepax. The armed suspect, no, it needs to be a Anu. The age, says Mandy, unarmed suspect. Okay, I will find it for you, Leffy. The easiest way is just to copy the first couple of lines and put that into the search engine. Okay, so let's see. At the age of 7. Notice no of. At age 7 with no of. But at the age of 7, Finn was almost stabbed to death while protecting PC Wardell, his handler, from an armed suspect in Stevenage, Hertfordshire. Okay, so PC Wardell, more specific. So I think, yes, let's do one more of these, and then we will go to the normal thing. So meadowland, big open fields, pasture where cows graze, where cows and horses eat. Meadow, one field, a plain, a large flat area. Meadowland, large flat area. Grassland is wilder than meadowland. So let's see. Finn had been trained by and lived with Officer since he was puppy. So The Office by Oksana, A Puppy by Oksana, A Puppy by Count, An Officer since he was puppy, A Puppy for Vitali. The officer, says John. Valentine says the officer. Rashid, the and a. The officer, says Count. A puppy, says John. The officer since he was a puppy for you're drunk. The officer, a puppy for Renyard. An officer since he was a puppy for learn. An officer, says Jack. And the officer. There's actually a difference. The Finn. No. Finn, it's a name. Vina. Irina, the officer, a puppy. Good work, Irina. Vitali. The officer, he was referenced earlier. Very good. But okay, that's very good, Vitali, and that's why it should be the. The officer, says Vina. The officer, a puppy for Patricia. A puppy for Natalia. The officer since he was a puppy for Suya. That's good. Polyglot, the officer, a puppy. A puppy for Vina. Anu, the officer, a puppy. Good. Thank you, AS. The officer for Pepax. Finn had been trained by and lived with an officer since he was puppy, says Manuel. The officer, says Michael, and a puppy. I don't think there's any difference between had been trained or was trained. I think in this case the meaning is the same. Had been just gives an idea of further back. William Sharon says a puppy, and so does William Donkle. So Finn had been trained by and lived with the officer. If you say an officer, it could be any officer, and maybe he had lived with 3 or 4 different officers before. But the officer is the specific one in this article, yeah? Okay, so it needs to be the officer because he was referenced to before, as Vitali said, yeah? With an officer, any officer, it doesn't matter which one. Yes, that's it. And since he was a puppy, you see, Ghosty, an officer says any officer, whereas the officer says the specific one in this article. So the meaning is actually different. An officer could be right, but the officer, yeah, had been his past in the past. So I think that's enough of that. And let's go. A puppy, exactly, Ghosty. The officer, a puppy, exactly, Rohi. So the article we were doing the other day was about, does cheese give you bad dreams? Does cheese give you nightmares? So this is something more traditional now. That a and the was just for a warm-up, so I think you're pretty warm. Good evening, McCall, great to have you. And I didn't say hi to Ghosty as well. And Chakra, hi Chakra as well. You could also have a 0 article, Jack, yeah? Okay, so, does cheese really give you vivid dreams? Carried on. Crucially, if we are waking up more during the night, it could mean we are remembering our dreams more. One study found that people who are more bent, willing, tender, prone to remembering their dreams wake up more during the night and take longer to get back to sleep. So we've got prone for Vitali, prone for Oksana. No, you haven't, for learn. Okay, prone for Valentine, prone for Sing. Okay, willing for Count, prone and prone for Count. Polyglot says prone. Prone 2 for Pepax, prone 2 plus Gerund. For Sing, prone for William Sharon. Prone for Patricia. Inclined says Valentine. Prone to says Renyard. Tender says Irina. Prone to doing, susceptible to, liable to for learn. bent on. Yes, bent on doing something. He's bent on doing this. Good thing. Willing or prone, says Natalia. Prone, says Mukul. Okay. And prone, says Michael. Prone, says Manu. Non-definite and indefinite. Yes, Jack. Prone, says Jack. Leffy says, oh no. Prone for Rohi. Anu goes for prone. Yeah. Who are more to remembering. Okay. Prone, says John. Prone to remembering their dreams. Yes, I definitely think that prone to remembering their dreams. I'm not very happy with the way this has actually been written. Yeah, the writer's not actually very good, so I think I agree with you. And yeah, you choose one of these in this. Zila, nice to have you, Zila. Yeah, now I know who you are. Yeah. Okay. Vitali says, get off the fence. Prone for Vina. Yes, it's prone for drunk. And taking longer to get back to sleep. Inclined to. Says Patricia. Bent on, hell bent on. Prone, says Ghosty. Okay. You see, Patricia, I'm more inclined, I would say, to remember. I'm more inclined to remember as opposed to remembering. Manji goes for prone as well. And Ghosty goes for prone. Okay, so the right answer is prone. Prone to plus ing. To be bent on doing something. He's hell-bent on going to this party. Willing to remember, but that doesn't make sense. Well, it could be. You could be willing to remember your dreams, but that doesn't mean you're liable to actually remember them. Yeah? And tender. No. Have a tendency to do this. Are prone to remember their dreams. Vitali, I would accept prone to remember, but I personally, we've had this one before. I'm much happier with prone to remembering, prone to with ing. So I think you can do both prone to remember and prone to remembering. He's bent on mischief. That's the idea. So I think that can go both ways, Vitali. Okay. This next one, there's a mistake in it, and rather than he's willing to gamble, very definitely, Jack. Okay, in the next paragraph there's a mistake. It could be both. Yes, it could be both, exactly. He tends to forget. He tends to forget. Well, you can be willing to remember them. Yeah, but it's a different thing. Prone, lying prone. Yeah, prone on the ground, injury prone. Okay. When is that party going to be organised? Tonight at 8:30 when I've finished. Plus gerund and infinitive. That's it, Vitali. Prawn, Natalia. Prawn. 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 He's prone to exaggeration. So, what is the mistake here? One review of evidence concludes that the frequency of nightmares are partly linked to sleep disturbance, while evidence also suggests that people who have poorer quality sleep are more affected by their nightmares. Okay, verbal noun. I like what Nanji's put. Prone to gerund, verbal noun. Okay, poorer quality sleep. Okay, so let's see. We've got some answers, but I haven't seen the right one yet. Yes, Vitali, well done. You got it. So let's see. The evidence, it could be both. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Amin. It's really kind of you. Poor quality sleep is fine. Have a poorer quality of sleep. Have poorer quality sleep. A is okay. Gerund is a verb plus ing, which is actually a noun and not a present participle. Yeah. Dancing is fun. Yeah. Yes, that's the idea. Okay, yes, Soya. Well done, Soya. I think you've got no, it's not. And evidence. Evidence is normally uncountable. So okay, and Pavla's got it as well. So Vitali and Pavla both have this. Yeah? So one single review of evidence concludes that the frequency of nightmares, singular, is partly to blame. Okay, so present participle. I am dancing. Yeah? Present participle. Do you like my dancing? Gerund, noun. Dancing here is a noun, although it sounds the same. And that's the difference. They can look the same, Jack, but they sound different. So it's is and are. The difference is and are. Okay, so yes, and that was in the original article, so I left it for you to find it. Why is? Because the subject is present, Mukul. Is singular. Sorry, it's a singular subject. Subject-verb agreement. Yeah? Okay, it is linked because it's talking about statistics. Yeah, the data is linked, or the data are linked. Okay. Your lack of evidence is evident. Very good. Okay, so one reason cheese and nightmares come about, around, by, in, out, down is that eating later before bed is more likely to disrupt sleep, and cheese can be hard to digest, says Charlotte Gupta at Central Queensland University, who recently published a review on the relationship between our diets and sleep. Yeah, the frequency is. That's it, Oksana. That's perfectly put, Oksana. Okay, so Falern goes about. And come about for Vitali. No, the frequency of nightmares is singular, Soya. Around for Valentine. About for drunk. Yes, but it's talking about the frequency of my nightmares. Yeah, the frequency is. Frequency is the subject. Exactly, Manji. Thank you both, Manji and Oksana. You can tell who the teachers are. I love it. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, Oksana. So, come about, says Singh. Come out, says John. Come about, says Polyglot. Before and is wrong. Okay. Okay, yes, very definitely you're drunk. So, come about for Count Beauty, come around for Oksana, come around for Mukul, come about for Manji, come about for Veena, come out for Anu, come about, says Patricia, come about, isn't it, says Jack, come out, says Manu, come out, emerge, of a fact, become known. So, exactly, Michael, it's not come out. The film comes out next week, exactly. The frequency is, that's it, Surya. Okay. Before the word. Okay. Come around, says Rainyard. Come about, says Pavla. I love this. Come about, maybe your option B. Come about for chakra. Okay, to come about. To happen. To occur. How did that come about? Come about means to happen, and come around means to occur on a regular basis. Yes, this comes around, but this come about, one reason that this comes about, it happens. Yeah, this is definitely it. Christmas comes around once a year, okay, to occur on a regular basis. To come by, to visit, or to obtain. How did you come by that? Come in, come in, come in. The truth came out. To come down. Okay, one reason cheese and nightmares happen. One reason for the link between cheese and nightmares. Okay, one reason that this happens. These are all phrasal verbs, yes, but to come about. Gueresho, Rohi, to come about, to happen. How did this come about? Yeah, how did the accident come about? Yeah, accidents come around in this place from time to time. So, Carmela, great to have you, Carmela. It's to come about. Occur on a regular basis. But an event occurs on a regular basis. It's come about. It's happened. It's definitely to happen. Cheese, the eating of cheese. Who asked about the gerunds? The eating of cheese. Eating a gerund. These poor people are suffering from the cheese nightmare regularly. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And occur. Yes, definitely, Vitali. Okay. So, but there is some research that suggests that while eating higher energy evening meals can raise our nighttime body temperature, this doesn't necessarily interpret, translate, transcribe, transfer into a poorer night's sleep. So Vitali says translate, Polly says translate, Singh for interpret, Surya for translate. Okay. Valentine for translate, Oksana, Manji, Patricia, Count, Pepax for translate, Singh goes for interpret. Results in, yeah, it results in, definitely Pepax. That's the idea of what this is trying to say. So yes, it translate for Williams. Okay, so interpret. You interpret data. Yeah, you interpret what somebody says. Yeah, so it's not interpret. To translate into. You can't interpret a poor night's sleep as giving nightmare, as a result of the eating of cheese. Okay, transfer says chakra. To transfer, you transfer one thing for another. To transcribe, somebody is speaking and you transcribe, you write down what they say. To translate, yeah. Translate. Okay, to translate into. Interfere. Interfere in a poor night's sleep. So translate. One thing translate to another. Interpret dreams. Yeah, that's another way of putting it, John. Yeah, but I try to stick to the original article, even if the writing is not that good. So, hard work should translate into a vast improvement in your English. Yeah? So, converts into, gives rise to. So, let's try the next one. Yes, it's really difficult. It does your head in, Leffy. Yeah? After about 10 minutes interpreting, your head starts to hurt. And after about 20, you're just... Yeah, it's a difficult thing. I've done it. So, let's see. Increased body temperature, however, is known to affect our dreams in other ways, though. Fevers have long been associated with vivid dreams and hallucinations. Studies of fever dreams have suggested that they tend to be more bizarre, funny, rare, weirdo than other dreams. So, let's see. Rohi says translate, and that's right, Rohi. Translate works well, thank you, Drunk. So Vitali goes for bizarre, so does Singh, so does Pavla, so does Count, so does Manji, so does Polly and Funda. Translate from one language to another. Interpret, the same, but vocal. Bizarre for Oksana as well. Okay, so a weirdo. A weirdo's a weird person. If the word here was weird, it would work. Bizarre for Singh and Patricia and Valentine and Michael and Suya. Weirdo's a person. Bizarre for Funda and Jack. Translate into could render into. Yes, I guess it renders into. Yes, definitely, Vitali. And William Sharon goes for bizarre. They tend to be more bizarre for Manu. Bizarre or rare, says Jack. Okay. More rare. I guess you could say more rare, but I would be happy with rarer, without the more. Tend to be rarer. Bizarre, hi Alex, hi Slip. And hallucinations are things that you see that are not real. Yeah, it's seeing things that are not real. So, bizarre for Mukul, Vina, Anu, Renyard, Slipknot and John. Very definitely. They could be more rare. Let's see. I'm not very happy with more rare. It's not wrong. Yeah. Translate, convert. That's the idea, Jack. Rarer. Exactly, Vitali. They tend to be rarer than other dreams. More rare. It's possible you're going to hear native speakers say this, but rarer is better. Okay. Abstract and surreal. I think abstract is a wider concept, although I think they're very close. Yeah. Surreal is more about imagination. So strange, yes. Seeing something that's not real. Okay. So translate into, that's the idea for learn. Bizarre has a bizarre spelling. That's it, Jack. Yes. So, whether cheese is capable of including enough of a body temperature increase to spark, trigger, fire, raise, fever-like dreams, however, is something that needs to be investigated. So let's see, we've got trigger for Polly. You could use rare in this context, but it's not very good. Trigger for Leffy, for Vitali, for Count, for Pavla, for Oksana, for Valentine, for Vina. Trigger fever for Sing. Trigger for Funda. Spark for Slipknot. Okay. I think I'm going to accept spark, but it's not my favourite answer, because I would prefer spark off. Spark off is much better. To raise, no, Manu. Trigger for John, for Renyard. Bring about. Yes, that would work, Oksana. Trigger for Michael. Spark is the secondary correct answer. Yes, Leffy, but spark off would be better. Trigger for Jack, Patricia, Soya, Manji, and William Sharon. The reason I keep saying William Sharon is because we have a Williams Doncor as well who often comes. Trigger or spark for Jack. Spark, to create, to initiate, particularly spark off. Trigger for Carmela Alvarez. And trigger for learn as well. So to trigger something, to bring about, to conduce to. I would say to induce. Trigger for drunk as well. But the good news is that some foods may help us get better quality sleep, and perhaps in turns, make us less prone to remembering. You remember this from a previous question, prone to remembering. Okay, inducing mukul means to make something happen, or to tend to make something happen, often make something happen. Give incentive to, yes. Trigger, definitely for Manu and Rohi and Slipknot. Yeah. Oh, but maybe Slipknot. I think a whole dream world does exist in our head. So Gosti goes for trigger. Intern for Vitali. Unturned for Count. Intern for Valentine. Okay, in for Count, intern for learn, intern for Jack, Sing, Oksana, Manji, Surya. Okay, I'll call you Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, okay, thank you. I like that. That's very good, Patricia. Surreal can be abstract, but abstract isn't necessarily surreal. Yes, because abstract can be something that we can understand. Vina, intern. Induce the birth, yeah, to make something start. Intern for Pepax. Yeah. Intern. Okay, for drunk. Yes. Jack, prone to remembering. Yes, you see we've had it twice. Intern, singular, Michael. Intern. I like that, Mukul. That's very good. Anu, intern, and Patricia. Yeah. Okay, that's good, Vitali. Intern for Sharon. Okay, so, yeah. Intern. One thing happens and then the next thing happens in turn. Yeah? After that. Yeah? It's the thing that comes next. It's the result of it. Yeah. No, I hope none of you have nightmares today. Sorry. So intern for Slipknot as well. Intern for Funda. Okay, that was an easy one. So, next one coming up. Intern for Rohi. Not interns. Let's see, we do this in turns. Firstly, it's your turn, then it's his turn, then it's her turn, then it's my turn. We take turns. Interns. Intern singular. Rohi. Okay. So, studies have found that eating kiwi fruit may be linked to a less disturbed night's sleep, as it's a good origin, fountain, germ, basis, source. Ghosty, intern. In response. Yeah, in response to. Yes, Rohi, good. Count goes for origin, Vitali for source, Pavla for source. Ah, that's very good, Jack. I like that. Abstract as opposed to concrete. Courage is abstract, whereas courageous is concrete. Source for Oksana, for Slipknot, for Valentine, for Sing, for Learn, Vina, Manji, Garmela. Source for Manu, Mukul for Source, Patricia for Source, and Anu and Suya and Michael and Renyard and Jack and Funda and Joanna, hi Joanna, for source, and for You're Drunk as well for source. So a source. And source for Sharon as well. Okay, an origin. The origin is where something comes from. Yeah, normally the place where it comes from. A fountain maybe is a source of water, or you have a fountain in the garden. A germ can be the very base thing that something grows out of. Yeah, or the germ of an idea, the embryo. A basis. No, a basis is the way things are based on. But a source. This is where things come from. Pepax for source. Okay, so, but that's good, Mukul. You got it right. Pepax goes for source, so does Rohi. You need some kiwi fruit cherry pie. I love it. Cherry juice. Where can I buy this? Well, you could buy a tin of cherries. Cherry juice is much more common in the US than the UK. So, a provenance of something. Thank you, Vitali. Gosti, it depends on your link, yeah? Because the answers don't all come through at the same time. Okay, Gosti says source. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned sources as well, because he's such a saucy chap. Okay, so Gosti, try dragging the position of the play bar a little bit to the right, and you might get closer. You might have less lag on the thing. Consuming a diet higher in plant food and fibre and lower in saturated fat and sugar seems to be associated, akin, attached, equivalent, matching with better sleep. So, let's see, we got lots of answers. Okay, associated with for Vitali and for Sing. I don't know. Probably because they're cheap ones, Leffy. Associated for Valentine, for Vina, and associated with for Carmela and Anu and Count. Associated with for Manu and Michael. Yeah, Vitali's he always has been Sing. Associated with for Patricia, Oksana, Manji, Mukul, Funda, Slipknot. Associated with or equivalent to Jack. And equivalent to means equal to. Yeah? So equivalent to, not equivalent with. In cahoots with. Two people who are in cahoots are working together. Okay, and associated for Sharon, and so for Renyard. Akin, similar, yeah, like. So, giving money to this guy is akin to throwing it in the toilet. Attached to, yes, attached to, that's the idea, Valentine. Okay, one thing is akin to another, is similar to, akin, similar. Associated for Rohi, associated for You're Drunk, and saucy chap. No, a saucy chap says somebody who's always making rude jokes or making sexual jokes. Renyard. Yeah, a saucy postcard, a saucy joke. Okay. Yeah, he's complimenting. Thank you, Singh. Equivalent to, not equivalent with. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you're not fat like me, Leffy. So, associated with, akin to, attached to, equivalent to, matching with. Matching's not the right word. Impudent. Yes. Very definitely, I like it. Saucy doesn't mean fat. No, not at all. Risque joke. Yeah, that's it. A saucy joke. Love it, Slipknot. Okay. In one study, Gupta found that those who ate diets most closely resembling the Mediterranean diet, which is high in fruit, vegetables, legumes, pulses, and nuts, got the best quality closed eye, close eye, tight eye, shut eye. Associated, yes. Associated with. Saucy. S-A-U-C-Y, saucy. Associated with, definitely, Manu. Okay, so, best quality sleep. This is an idiom for sleep. It's probably a bit informal. Fruit, vegetables, chickpeas and lentils and nuts. It sounds like a great diet, Leffy. Yeah? Yeah. So, Leffy needs more sausages. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we've got shut eye for Vitali, for Valentine, for Count, for Manji, for Singh, for You're Drunk, for Anu, a legume, peanuts, lentils and chickpeas. It's like a nut that grows underground. Yeah, these are legumes. Okay. Or pulses as well. Risque from French, absolutely. So, closed eye for Michael. Unfortunately, no, it's shut eye. Shut eye for Sharon. Shut eye for Pepax. Eyes wide shut. That's a good one, Leffy. I like that. Shut for Suya. Shut eye for Manu. Shut eye for Roxana. Where's the meat content at? Okay, beans, peas, pulses, yeah? Shut, says Mukul. Shut eye, says Renyard. Sleeping Beauty eyes, that's lovely. Closed eyes, no. Closed, it's shut eye. This is an informal phrase for sleep. I need to get more shut eye. I didn't get much shut eye last night. Yeah, if you drink too much coffee before you go to bed, you don't get much shut eye. Shut eye. Yeah. Okay. Just your eyes are shut. No, they're pulses. But notice, peanuts grow underground, Vitali. Okay. So, thinking of me, this is shut eye. Okay, the mechanism behind this is likely due to the makeup, constitution, pattern, cast, shape of these foods. Many contain melatonin, which is sleep-promoting hormone, she says. The mechanism behind this is likely due to the makeup, constitution, pattern, cast, shape of these foods. Many contain melatonin, which is sleep-producing hormone. Find the mistake. There's a mistake here as well. So, let's see, this is interesting. Constitution for Valentine. Hi Sherwin, shut eye, definitely. Vitali goes for makeup. Federal goes for pattern. Wek for shut-eye. Shut-eye is sleep, yes. Oksana, constitution. Manji, constitution. Pepax, makeup. Slipknot goes for makeup. Constitution for count and for learn. Constitution for soya. Yeah, you need your beauty sleep. So do I, but it never seems to work. Constitution for Manu. Makeup, kissing. Yeah, constitution for sure, says Mokul. Makeup or constitution goes Wek. Williams goes makeup. Makeup for Pavla. Makeup. Genetic structure. That's very good. Very good. I like that Slipknot. Makeup for Patricia. Constitution Vina. Which contain. These foods. Okay, firstly, yes, I think looking at that, it looks much better with a colon there. Yeah? Okay. Okay, well done for learn. Well done for learn. Okay, so, a sleep-promoting hormone. That's very good, and Manji's got it as well, which is a sleep-promoting hormone. That was a mistake in the original. Makeup. Makeup for you're drunk. Wow, Bwek. 3 a.m. in Korea. Okay. So I'm way off here. Makeup for Michael. A sleep promoting. Well done, Vitaly. I missed you out. Yeah. Constitution. So Carmela goes for constitution. Sleep provoking. Okay, so the answer, yeah, a sleep promoting. That's it, Sharon. Make up is the answer. Constitution. Constitution. So the constitution of a person, yeah, is how they're built. Yeah, the constitution of these foods. I don't like constitution at all. Yeah, it sounds okay. Either the constitution of a country. The fat lady's about to sing. It looks like it's a pleasure, Vitaly. Yeah, she's about to sing. The entire text is a bit wonky. The whole article is a bit wonky. Renyard goes for makeup. So the makeup of these foods. Yeah, the constitution, no. The pattern. Pattern is the design. The cast, no. Shape. I don't know how many countries there are. It would be easier to find the countries. I don't have subscribers in Leffy. Meaning the structure, the makeup. Yeah, absolutely. Constitution of a person. That's it, and that's where I was going with. Constat, yes. Constitution sounds like law as well, Bwek. Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to stop. Time, we're finished. Pattern of behaviour. Yes, definitely, Bwek. So, let's see. Next stream, 9:30 a.m. UK time on Tuesday the 30th of August. Bay Vitali, big thank you. Yeah, I like that, Bay Vitali. That's very good. Tuvalu. Tuvalu for Leffy. Build up. No, build up, Mukul says increase. No, they're fine, Leffy. And deal with what's in front of you. Yes. No, that's enough for today. So thank you, Singh. Thank you, Slipknot. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Count. Thank you, Wek. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Pavla. Thank you, Manu. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you Leffy, thank you McCall, thank you Rainyard, thank you Pepac, thank you for Learn, thank you for Your Drunk, thank you Rainyard and Rohi, and thank you Sharon, and thank you Federal, and thank you Bweck, and who else? Thank you Jas Aroa, and thank you Count Beauty. Woof, there's a lot of people. Thank you Sherwin and Vina and Slipknot and Paula, and maybe we had Pavla as well. And Singh, thank you as well. So it's been wonderful having you all. Take care, and I